Ok, du coup on a un épisode et il y a différents... Ok. Bah. Ah, faut maintenir. Catastrophe, c'est si mal fait. Ouh, ah, ça commence. Je suis effrayée.
You're not getting anywhere with this, Bonjour.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Bonjour. You can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Burchard! Von Burchard! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Oh, ça commence déjà. Vas-y. J'ai le temps d'agir ou pas? Vas-y, je la fais confiance.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
C'est pour ça qu'il faut faire confiance à sa maman. Et oui, Hugo, c'est un vieux jeu si jamais. Je crois qu'il est de 2018 ou 2020.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
Eh ouais, premier bon choix.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him.
On dirait McGonagall. De ouf.
Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home.
Ouais, je lui dis pas ça à
And
ta
don't
mère,
forget
toi.
to send our men to tend to Von Burchard.
2018 le jeu, si jamais. Regardez les tables. Pas eu le temps de dire. d'ailleurs que Big Bad Wolf... C'est pas un studio français par hasard? Je sais plus.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Bob Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island. The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching
Oh,
for
je suis
some
désolée, on entend
long
tout le
lost
bruit que je fais.
mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host
C'est bien
himself
français.
who invited
Ah, vous
me.
voyez?
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
J'aime
And
trop
you,
l'accent
good sir,
british.
what brings you here?
Je mens ou je dis la vérité?
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
C'est quoi ces choix?
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better
Attendez,
suit.
30 secondes.
Are you all right?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No!
You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay when you're done.
You.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. it's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Et le C, ça.
Absolutely find you, Mother.
Oui. Ah, ça commence bien là. Oh. Oh, hein. Ah mais il était vrai. Waouh. Alors les contrôles. En fait, il met un petit temps avant de partir et il met un petit temps avant de s'arrêter. C'est particulier.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Oh. La cam là-haut pour que vous... Je la redescendrai tout à l'heure. Alors, diplomate, brillant en société, orateur de talent, il sait éviter les faux pas et ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédilection. Occultiste et maître des faux semblants. Convaincu de l'importance du savoir, il a accumulé de riches connaissances en sciences et en arts. Utiliser les autres pour arriver à ses fins ne lui pose aucun problème. Détective, excelle en investigation. Remarquer les moindres détails, tant dans l'environnement que chez ses interlocuteurs. Homme de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. Pourquoi il y a déjà des choix? En gros, d'un côté, diplomate, ça veut dire que t'as de l'intelligence sociale, tu connais les étiquettes, etc. Et ça évite que les gens s'énervent contre toi quand tu as des conversations. Occultiste, c'est sûr. Les connaissances que tu as acquises. Et détective, c'est plus sur la perception. Je sais pas pourquoi il met déjà des choix dès le début. Moi, je serais partie sur détective. Parce que why not? Oh, attendez, il y a même... Waouh! Politique, étiquette, linguistique, conviction, diversion. Manipulation, occultisme, érudition, science, subterfuge. Interrogatoire, vigilance, psychologie, agilité, logique. Bah, pour ce qui va venir, si c'est de l'enquête, je pense que techniquement détective c'est pas mal. Je sais pas en fait si je vais dans mon sens vers là où je serai la plus douée et là où j'aurai le besoin de plus... Attendez. Je sais pas s'il faut que j'aille vers la compétence là où je serai la plus douée ou s'il faut que j'aille vers la compétence là où j'aurai le plus de mal pour avoir un petit bonus. Bon, on part sur compétence. Voilà. Votre passé vous aura un point en compétence et en psychologie. Ok. Donc j'ai une avance sur ça. Amener les gens à agir dans votre propre intérêt et lisez le comportement des comme un livre ouvert. Pas mal. Déjà des points débloqués ou pas? Ah. Ok. Ok. Attendez, j'ai même pas regardé du coup. Je fais clic droit, ça les retire. Alors, on a vigilance, remarquez les détails notables ou les éléments déplacés par rapport à leur contexte. Analysez efficacement les comportements et apparences de vos locuteurs. Exercez votre esprit et utilisez votre coordination contre et plus rarement contre l'agilité. Je pense que dans un premier temps, c'est pas mal la vigilance. Et beaucoup.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example.
J'aime trop leur accent français.
Their victims
Tout à l'heure.
with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Emily, vous êtes trop
Fine,
cool.
Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Vous ne semblez pas me remettre. Ah. Moi, je me rappelle pas.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
Être honnête, hein.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
PTDR, t'es qui?
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Il a
Please
rattrapé
stop
Louis.
torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait pour qu'elle se rappelle de nous? Vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir les détails cachés, sélectionner les éléments les plus cohérents avec la situation politique. Ne consomme pas de points de pouvoir, il suffit. Sert à la situation pour y avoir accès. Et...
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Mon micro coupe? Oh, c'est bizarre. C'est pas ce que j'ai fait. Est-ce que ça va mieux là? Oh, j'ai l'impression qu'il est super fort par contre. Ah, c'est peut-être pour ça qu'il coupe. Il était pas super saturé par... Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisé à d'autres. Savoir exploiter ces personnalités est crucial pour mener à bien vos... Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront... Tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées vous rendent un point fort. Pas de soi. Retrouvez les immunités et les vulnérabilités dans l'unité découverte. Ok, bouton espace.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I
Trop bien
don't
par
know
contre
where we're going
les
with
doubleurs
this,
qui
Emily,
sachent parler.
But you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talent. Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder leurs conditions et de déblocage et leurs effets. Ils donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. Ok. Pas de soucis, Luleza. Bon live à toi. J'espère que t'auras pas de merde comme moi. Merci. Oh. Au pire, les amis, je fais comme ça pour le moment. Je suis désolée pour les bruits de chips. J'ai pas encore eu le temps de manger. On repart. Je verrai pour paramétrer ça une prochaine fois, mais là je
May I
peux pas.
ask your name, please?
Non mais attends, giga fort mon bruit de chips, c'est infernal.
Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Merci, merci.
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot.
J'aurais
I
dû
don't
sortir
know
ça dans un bol,
exactly
comme
where
ça
my master
j'aurais
is.
pu manger
But rest
et sans faire
assured,
de bruit
sir,
de machin, mais
everyone is
je veux aussi
waiting
qu'on
for
voit
you at the
que
manor.
on entend que je
Sir
mâche.
Holmes insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Home?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Vos compétences vous donnent accès à des choix et actions uniques en échange de points d'effort. Plus le niveau de compétence est élevé, moins le coût de points d'effort est élevé. Ok, bah. Hop. Nous pensons donc que la mère de monsieur est venue ici.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
Ok.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR.
SDR.
We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Ok.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother.
Indeed.
For a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Oh, bah, y a 3 petits points, mais je...
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Bah...
There's no way I'm leaving without finding
Mais à l'aide, qu'est-ce que je suis censée faire? Ah, ok, est-ce que c'est par là-haut? Attends, non. Quoi, il écrit quoi? Le seul moyen de m'enfuir d'ici. Non, du coup, là, c'est de là où on vient. Et nous, on aimerait monter là-haut. Attendez, je regarde aussi ça. Tiens, j'ai encore des points ou pas? Non. Talent, trait, journal, mouchoir de ma mère. On a 2 mouchoirs sur nous, celui d'Emily et celui de la mère. Ok.
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Rechercher des indices sur la mer. Ah, ok. En fait, il faut encore que je continue de fouiller ici avant d'y aller, c'est ça? Well. On va aller voir par là-bas. Ok, on peut courir. Sont chelous leurs masques. Ouais, c'est... je pense que ça doit être un truc costumé. Verrouillé, c'est ça? Faut qu'on cherche une clé, c'est ça?
get it open barehanded.
Oh! Ah ouais, ok. Attendez. 360. Wouh! Ils sont compliqués un peu les contrôles là. Je vois plein de trucs bleus briller, mais j'ai aucune idée. Oh!
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Ok, et lui? De la gelée royale.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Ok. On va tout investiguer, hein. Jusqu'à ce qu'on trouve une clé.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Je sais pas pourquoi je l'ai pris.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Ok. Là aussi. Oh. Je sais pas si on peut aller dedans. Là, il y a un truc par terre. Gelée royale. Punaise, j'en ai beaucoup là. Barre de fer. Vous croyez que ça peut nous servir pour genre... Je sais pas. Restaure 2 points d'effort. Ok. Du coup, on a des items pour nous aider après là-dedans.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Ah, c'est ça que je voulais checker tout à l'heure. Il y a des lettres et tout. Oh, ça me demande beaucoup d'efforts là. Hein.
Let's look.
Oh, mais c'est qui tout ça? Je connais pas ces gens. Idéogramme.
A letter written in an Oriental
Oui, mais
language.
j'y comprends rien en fait. Pourquoi est-ce que j'ai cliqué dessus? Je ne connais pas cette langue.
Slightest idea what
Et
it
voilà.
says. It's too badly written. I can't make out the address.
Et carrément, il juge l'écriture et tout.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Ok.
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there. Let's look.
J'espère qu'il y a personne qui me capte.
Probably a Dutchman.
Hollandais. Giovanni.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Vatican. Bon bah ouais. Me dis rien.
This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Samuel.Teur. Une spéciale.
Nope. It doesn't ring a bell. An
HB de là-bas.
Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world apparently.
Bah Hollande, Vatican. Bon, moi je crois que j'ai tout lu, hein. En fait, j'ai eu peur d'utiliser de l'énergie et qu'il y en ait plus après. Est-ce qu'on peut ouvrir la grille avec la barre là que j'ai prise du coup?
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor.
Ok, c'était de la merde. Je me suis cru trop intelligente et tout. Oh là là. J'ai peur que ça pète après. Non mais si je force et que ça sert à rien, non mais vas-y. On va essayer de chercher autre chose. Utilise ton cerveau, ma petite dame, utilise ton cerveau. Mais je peux pas monter en fait par hasard. Ah ok. Pas trop envie. Ok, tout ça j'ai inspecté. Est-ce que je peux descendre dans la barque? Non. Ah, monsieur. Oh, oh, oh.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Not bad. Ok. Voilà, ici. Est-ce que j'inspecte les lettres?
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Ah si.
One of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order.
Oh, ok.
Recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
Ok.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to? I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So.
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richer.
What is your game here, Mother?
What? Sarah?
Secrets. Always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy?
C'était ça ses initiales? C'était pas SD quelque chose?
Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Ok. Ah, c'est ça. Elle, son nom, c'est Sarah de Richer, mais dans la lettre, elle avait dit autre chose. C'est pas quoi ça sert? Bon, bah, on est toujours pas sorti de l'auberge. Hein. Je peux descendre sur la barque? Non, toujours en bas. Ok, alors, on avait ça, nana. C'est bizarre parce que les reflets sont bleus, mais en même temps les indices des fois sont bleus aussi. Écoutez, je vais retourner là-bas, je vais essayer de forcer avec le bâton parce que là je trouve rien. Attendez, c'est quoi ça?
A wooden floorboard. Judging by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. Yet it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up.
Quelqu'un l'a enlevé.
What's the point of doing this? Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Mhm. Contre la tête de quelqu'un, par exemple? Ah. Attendez, il y avait encore autre chose là?
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Somebody replaced it recently, but looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Oh. La barre est servée pour ça.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also
Oh!
a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Les manuscrits permettent de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure. À chaque début de quête, vous pourrez choisir vos lectures et gagner ainsi des points de compétence. Dont le livre de philosophie qu'on avait. Ok. Oups.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and
Pourquoi elle a planqué ça
kind
là-dedans?
of black powder. An iron key.
Est-ce que c'est celle pour
completely
ouvrir le grillage?
You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Oh fuck! Ah ouais, mais si on la prend et qu'elle est pas là et qu'elle en avait besoin.
Shit. Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap. Some oils and her powder puff. But what does all this mean? Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Et la poudre?
The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder.
Je prends le sac ou pas?
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her.
Just in case.
Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Est-ce que la clé c'est pour ça?
There we are.
On ne lui vole pas. On va lui rendre. Il l'a dit lui-même. On ne vole pas, on va lui rendre. Non mais par contre j'ai bien fait de pas avoir forcé avec la barre là parce que il suffisait juste d'être patient et regarder par terre
This
quoi.
looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
N'empêche, à chaque fois que je tombe sur tes lives, les jeux ont toujours une ambiance sombre. C'est pas moi qui ai choisi ça comme ça. Non mais sérieusement par contre, là pour le moment les jeux que j'ai fait c'était Plague Tale. Nier Automata j'avais commencé viteuf, j'ai pas fini. It Takes Two, c'était assez bright par contre, c'était un jeu assez sympa avec de la colorimétrie assez cool. C'était pas du tout sombre je dirais même. Mais Plague Tale et ceci, en fait c'est tous les deux des histoires qui se passent dans le passé. Plague Tale du coup c'était au niveau de la peste, du coup c'est normal qu'il y avait des jeux qui étaient pas mal dark. Mais celui-ci c'est juste je pense qu'il fait sombre quoi. Après je pense de manière générale ils vont faire en sorte que ce soit assez lugubre parce que ça serait bizarre que ce soit beau et pastel selon la gravité du... du plot de l'histoire en règle générale.
It's a waste.
It's a waste.
Let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces.
Fragment d'ambre. Vous venez de trouver un fragment d'ambre. Ramassez-en 4 pour augmenter vos points d'effort. Du coup, il m'en faut 4 pour avoir un nouveau point d'effort. Ok.
Amber crystals.
Je viens d'ici. Ok. Je peux pas aller là. J'ai tout checké, non? Je crois, hein? Shall I go? Du coup, elle était là et elle avait des affaires. Moi, je me demande si c'était pas des affaires... Monsieur, vous buguez. Si c'était pas des affaires... Oh, attends.
Latin inscription.
Je l'avais même pas vu.
Mi fili quanti le pronuncia mundo sorgaccio.
Mais il parle toutes les langues, lui, même le latin. Ah, je suis trop nulle, je peux pas. Dommage, je peux pas traduire. Ok, on va monter les escaliers. Après, si jamais Gaëtan tu veux que je joue à des jeux un peu plus pipou et moins intenses et moins sombres, hésite pas à me faire des recos. Après, je pense après celui-ci, il y a plein de jeux qui sont un peu plus pipou, des jeux indés ou ce genre de trucs. Ça changera un peu d'ambiance si jamais. Mais là, j'aime bien, je suis dans le mood. C'est surtout pour les enquêtes et l'histoire en fait que c'était prenant. Après pour le reste, du coup, ça va de soi que c'est sombre et intense quoi. En fait, s'il y avait eu des papillons et des fleurs et des licornes, j'aurais pas pris ça au sérieux limite. C'est pas dans le thème quoi, c'est pas historique. Rentre. Oh, bonjour.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why
D'ailleurs, je
she
crois que
was
c'était toi, Li Zhang Shao, qui avait demandé quel accent il avait lui.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontation. Vous devez franchir des étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire. N'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. Ok, c'est sport.
I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was heading.
Ou Louisiana, comme tu veux. Louisiana, pardon.
Our exchanges have always been
Ok, ça marche, merci.
discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Je vais pas lui dire ça. Je vais lui dire ça? Est-ce qu'il faut être honnête ou pas?
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son.
Je vais avoir une
You will
croix.
understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust.
Merde!
Shit! All the
Merde!
same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there
Il
any
a
other
raison en
solution?
plus.
Look, if it's of any help, you can
J'ai encore
always
une
leave
chance.
your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Oh la vache.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same
Ça va passer ou
fervor.
pas?
Ah, I would expect nothing less. Listen to me. If I give you the letter, can you promise me
Puis dans le chat, s'il vous
before
plaît.
God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Confrontation, dernière étape. Pour la dernière étape d'une confrontation, vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez la mauvaise réponse, cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous en donniez une bonne. Ou que vous soyez à court de maladresse. J'ai plus de maladresse. Sur autre chose? Ok, pas de soucis.
So it's not through a lack of goodwill, but I'd rather swear by something else.
Ah, I beg your pardon.
Merde.
I mean, to be honest with you, and for my promise to keep all its value, I assure you, it would be better if I didn't swear before God. I shall swear upon my mother's life, if you prefer.
Are you aware of the enormity
No.
of what you just said to me?
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop it. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Richet. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a
Heureusement que le jeu il est
large
gentil avec moi,
French
punaise. Hein.
who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men
Wow.
would have gone to the guillotine. She has made
Quelle
the
femme.
services of your order available to us by organizing the priest's safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be
Ah oui,
her
je suis
son.
très très fière là. Hein.
Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
De nombreux objets et indices sont cachés, certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur le déroulement de l'histoire, donc n'hésitez pas à explorer. Je vois un livre.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch.
Ah, Plutarch.
Biography of the Great Men.
Oh non, je peux pas. Je le lirai pour plus tard alors. Oh, pardon.
I thought my chimney was
Moi, je voulais
big,
juste
but
inspecter
this
les
one is
trucs.
beyond belief.
Je ne suis pas
It's
une
the
voleuse,
least
je ne
one
fais que
can
l'emprunter,
say.
je le rendrai
I've been
plus tard.
longing for a warm fire for ages.
C'est qu'un bouquin, c'est pas,
Since
c'est
I
pas
set foot on the
important.
island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi?
Ah, moi, je voulais continuer à
He joins
inspecter, là,
us
j'ai pas eu le
straight from
temps.
Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr.
On est avec le
President.
président.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions,
À
there are
durée
over a
illimitée,
dozen
on connaît la
people
chanson. Je
They
sais pas de quoi
can't
tu
all
parles.
be here
Je suis dans le
yet.
déni.
And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know his eminence.
Au KLM,
at
ça
the
ira.
entrance.
Comment ira les
It's
jeunes
the
gens?
perfect place to build up
Comme
a
dira, comme
network.
diront.
What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me,
Petite photo avec le président. Ce serait hilarant. C'est freaking George Washington, les gars.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organises a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Sympa.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Tout le monde sait si bien. Mais quoi? Je leur dis la vérité ou pas?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Ils l'ont même pas traduit.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother.
Ooh.
He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our
he's so
host,
ugly.
Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English
c'est lui, Monsieur
aristocrat,
Holm.
very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And
J'ai
you,
trop
sir?
peur.
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Oh, c'est trop bien fait.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
Bye.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear.
Il parle
He
français.
apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale.
Opportunité manquée.
Excuse me,
mince.
sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or close up.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Je sais pas quoi demander. Ah, panique. Qui aurait pu bien vouloir à ma mère? Qu'est-ce que ma mère venait faire ici? Quel lien entre Hillsborough et ma mère? Manque-t-il quelqu'un d'autre que ma mère? Manque-t-il quelqu'un d'autre que ma mère sous-entendrait qu'elle elle aussi est manquante? Enfin, qu'elle a disparu, quoi.
Do you know the reason for my mother's presence here?
I haven't the slightest idea, no. She was invited by Lord Mortimer.
But you don't know why?
Not really. I was given to understand that your mother was looking for something.
And do you know how long my mother and Lord Mortimer have known each other?
Several years, I believe. They seemed to know each other for quite a while. But it was the first time that Lord Mortimer had invited her to join us here.
Good. And finally, would it be possible for me to speak with Lord Mortimer this evening?
I'm terribly sorry, no, he really is quite unavailable. But please rest assured that everyone is doing their best to find your mother.
All the same,
du coup, les
it's
gens
not
sont au
the chapitre
courant.
de Versailles. It can't be that difficult to find her.
Worry not, my son. I am persuaded that we shall find the famous Sarah de Riche. No doubt with new adventures to share, huh?
C'est qui souffle là? Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive?
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Dichet.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and... her heart rate too.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails,
Oh,
an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her?
qu'est-ce qu'elle fait là? Qui est-elle? Bah, qui
Who
est-elle?
is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of
Malaise.
treatment.
That's right. Sea air can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay, my mother had already gone missing.
Ah,
She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch. I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's gotta be
Ouais.
something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
Disegni della
Disegni
bestia.
della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Ok. Oh, l'architecture. La texture, elle est pas ouf,
It's all
mais...
the more delicate.
La bête, ça tend. Ah, tu veux dire le diable? Je sais pas du tout. Yo, c'est nous. Oh, comment ils sont arrivés?
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor.
Oh.
But to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of
Unlucky.
atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
So,
quoi ce tableau?
how's that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest.
Ses yeux,
You
vraiment.
have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
Les grands plans sur le président sont effrayants. Surtout les
Rest
personnages,
assured,
honnêtement.
She is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Home doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ok. Aïe.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President,
Attendez, je vais mettre un
Your
coussin sur ma chaise
Eminence,
parce qu'elle fait que
same
grincer et
rooms
faire
as
un bruit
usual.
et ça m'énerve en plus. C'est
You,
diffusé.
Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night.
C'est mieux là.
I
Ça
shall
fait
do
plus courte.
likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good
Sleep
night.
well, madame.
See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room? Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Émilie? Ici c'est chez elle? Ah, j'ai pas le droit. Ah, j'ai même pas eu le temps d'inspecter en bas là. Je voulais juste regarder les petits points et au final je me suis retrouvée embarquée dans l'histoire parce que j'ai pas vu que dans la quête en haut à droite de l'écran il y avait écrit qu'il fallait se rapprocher. Excuse-moi par contre, il a bien dit Napoléon Bonaparte? Non mais c'est quoi cette société secrète là? Y a que des gens connus. Il y a Washington, il y a Bonaparte.
Ce Jacques Perru.
Mais... Waouh! Perru aussi quoi. Bon, bah y a rien à checker ici. Oh,
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
c'est pas du vol si jamais, hein, Lucinia. Hein. Oh! L'élixir d'or vous débarrasse de toutes vos altérations négatives. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. Là, j'en ai combien? 2?
Golden elixir.
Let's go! Il y a quelque chose ou pas? Non.
Decorum guide.
Bienséance de la conversation entre les hommes. Ah, ok, alors c'est que des bouquins que je vais devoir utiliser et je crois que chaque bouquin apporte une nouvelle compétence. Croix de Malte. La croix de Malte octroie l'effet exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilités affectant des choix et dialogues lors des conversations. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. Et là, j'en ai 3. Ça peut être bien, ça, pour débloquer... Pour faire tout ce qui est chantage et tout, après. Oh, pardon. Je tourne un peu fort la cam. Où vais-je? Je peux pas aller là. Très joli tableau. Qu'est-ce?
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Wollner. C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est des ding ding pour appeler les servants? Oh! Let's go! Pièce de collection. Pas le droit de descendre. Rien ici. Waouh, le plancher qui grince et tout. Encore désolé pour le train. Sympa la peinture. Non mais ils l'ont foutu à quel endroit de la... Je sais pas comment ça s'appelle. Bon, je vais malheureusement partir, donc je te souhaite encore un bon jeu et bonne soirée. Merci beaucoup d'être passé, c'était super cool. À très vite, Gaëtan.
President George Washington.
Ah, du coup, lui, il est là. On n'est pas très loin de George Washington. J'ai cru que ça fait du bruit. Oh, on peut même pas lire le livre. Encore une pièce de collection? Ça fait quoi les pièces de collection au juste? Non, c'est pas ma chambre. Dis donc. Encore de la gelée royale.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Bon, c'est ça ma chambre.
Huh, that's me.
C'est quoi? Je vais continuer encore un peu à fouiner. Je suis pas encore fatiguée. On va continuer à avancer un peu pour regarder ce qui se passe. Juste pour voir à peu près, repérer les chambres. Tout ça, tout ça.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy. Encore une autre pièce de collection. Waouh. Est-ce que j'ai fait une boucle là?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ok, du coup en fait j'avais juste à aller à droite, j'avais pas besoin de faire tout le tour. Mais écoutez, on voit à peu près qui y a, quelles sont les personnes importantes qu'il y a dans le coin. Et on situe aussi notre chambre par rapport à tout le tintouin. Il y a de beaux tableaux, ils sont vraiment super beaux. Ok.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Je vais la laisser fermer en vrai. Je pense qu'il avait raison, c'est vraiment une liste par rapport aux personnes à emmener, etc.
can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother.
Oui, voilà.
Wow, nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things
Oh
halfway.
my god! What the fuck? C'est quoi ces tableaux? What the hell? What the hell? Mais pourquoi tu... Mais pourquoi... Pourquoi est-ce que les gens ils mettraient ce genre de tableau dans les chambres des gens?
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall.
Ah,
I
mignon.
wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Ah, ok.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Ah. Ça c'est mon lit. Attendez, j'ai encore envie de fouiller un peu. Ah, on aurait pu le déverrouiller, trop drôle. Oh! Ok, pas mal. Eau de mélisse, octroie l'effet concentré. Votre prochaine utilisation de compétence est gratuite.
Great, honey.
Je vais aller voir ce qu'il y a là-bas. Merde, je suis rentrée. Ici c'est mon lit. Non, je voulais pas. C'est frustrant quand même. Pourquoi il me laisse pas le choix juste d'aller cliquer sur mon lit pour aller me coucher? Pourquoi est-ce qu'il force l'animation de quand tu es à proximité de l'endroit, ça part? Moi je voulais continuer à investiguer là. Ah, j'ai pas hydraté. J'aurais pu rester discuter avec Sir Washington dans le grand hall. Cool. Ok. J'ai débloqué de nouveaux trucs du coup. J'ai de l'étiquette. C'est des trucs que j'ai débloqués là? Alors ici on avait manipulation, occultisme, appuyez-vous sur vos comptes attendez. Connaissance des mythes, symboles, occultes et religieux, langue morte, société secrète. Occultisme, du coup il y a le latin dedans je suppose, et les mythes. Profitez d'une solide culture dans les domaines de l'art, la géographie et l'histoire. Soyez au fait des connaissances scientifiques et techniques médicales. Dérobez discrètement des objets, forcer certaines serrures, remarquez les pacifications. Ça c'était les trucs adéquats. Persuadez votre élocuteur par votre détermination manifeste et votre attitude. Exercez votre compétence de la géopolitique, intérêt des nations et relations diplomatiques. Détournez l'attention et changez le sujet pour éviter de répondre à certaines questions. Traduisez toutes sortes de documentation et conversations. En vrai, la linguistique, franchement, ça avait l'air pas mal utile. Merde. On met 1 point. Je pense ici, j'en ai déjà pas mal mis. La science, on en a déjà. Je mettrais dans géopolitique, en vrai. Ou alors persuader, ça peut servir. J'hésite entre les deux là. Peut-être crocheter aussi, ça peut être sympa. On va peut-être partir pour le moment sur occultisme. Ah, j'ai encore 1 point. Bah voilà, parfait. Ah, zut. Valider espace. Hop. Équipement de manuscrit. Cette page vous permet de choisir vos lectures au cours de l'histoire. Chaque livre que vous lisez vous conférera des points de compétence en fin de quête. Ça roule. Du coup, ça c'est ce que j'avais trouvé. Bienséance de la conversation entre les hommes pour un point d'étiquette. L'art de connaître les hommes par la physionomie, pardon. Psychologique, un point en psychologie. Vie parallèle, un point de compétence en conviction. Mysterium, cosmographicum, point en science. Ah, j'ai pas tout. L'encyclopédie ne peut pas être équipée. Rassemblez toutes les pages de ce manuscrit pour le lire. D'accord. Écoutez, why not en étiquette, parce que je crois qu'on manque un peu. Ça, j'ai mis un point, c'est bon. Je crois que ça allait. Du coup, pourquoi pas en étiquette. Hop. Sympa le petit palace. Vraiment, je trouve qu'il est vraiment cool. Il est super beau, il est très spacieux, on s'y perd facilement. C'est un palace. Qu'est-ce qui se passe encore? On a encore des visions? Il joue aux échecs. Oh!
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durishay's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
On est dans la chambre de notre mère, là.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear.
C'est qui? C'est Bonaparte?
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late.
Oh, l'accent
We
français!
have much to discuss.
C'est Bonaparte?
One last move?
Ah.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Ah. Putain, Bonaparte, il avait une sacrée calvasse, hein? Ah, ah. Napoléon Bonaparte, let's fucking go! Attends, mais on arrive à se mettre à la place des servants? C'est incroyable.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Ouais. Toc toc. Oh, il pisse du nez. Ah, comment le sang est remonté en mode il a slurp une nouille. Ils l'ont pas respecté.
Bien, monsieur de Richet.
Blablabla. J'ai même pas fini d'inspecter ma chambre là.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Oui, c'est moi. Bonjour.
Excuse me. Am I bothering
Comment il est rentré? Non.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Emily. Oh.
No. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams.
Ah, Elisabeth.
She is the
Je
daughter
croyais
of my
Emily.
friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information.
Wow.
At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Ouais, mais je pense que ça peut nous faire un allié, non? Allez.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Moi aussi, en vrai, je suis curieuse de savoir, en fait.
Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Je pense qu'en ayant le président dans la poche, ça nous fait au moins un allié. Ah, il a même pas eu le temps de
According
dormir.
to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Which one is the small salon? Ok, là je me rappelle qu'il fallait passer par là. Et est-ce que c'est par là? Oh yes, on a le droit. Oh, non mais regardez les tableaux. Non mais ce jeu il est magnifique. Waouh. Est-ce que je dois sortir? Ah non, c'est là. Attends, en haut.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Tiens, j'avais pas pu regarder ça avant. Oh, waouh! Waouh! C'est trop beau! Bon, vas-y, je vais y aller. En plus, il y a des gens qui crient, je crois qu'il y a une dispute. Il y a des complaintes et tout. Ah, il est en train... He's eavesdropping.
Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss Adams may be in danger.
What?
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly.
Elle se fait
A
molester?
thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary
Il se fait
Guard.
molester par Napoléon?
Should do something, my son.
Mais toi, fais quelque chose, t'as entendu? Mais oui, pourquoi c'est à moi d'y aller?
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Oh merde, c'était
Do
ça
you
la
want me
quête.
to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
Oh,
Don't
c'était
wake
pas
up
ça
the
la
whole
quête.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Et merde.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, bah elle est là. Ah mais c'est bon alors. Chemin multiple, il existe plusieurs chemins pour atteindre votre objectif. Il est peut-être bon de réfléchir avant de vous engager sur la première voie que vous trouvez.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just
Who
said.
are you, monsieur? Vous n'êtes pas
Let me go back to my
de
room.
Bonaparte.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh?
What the hell is going on
I don't think you
indeed?
know who I am.
Stop.
Oui, vous
I
êtes
beg
qui?
you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Oh! Non, je suis désolée, là, je peux pas.
Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
Je peux pas, je suis désolée.
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Il oublie où il se trouve.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Rien ne vaut une sage parole. Se taire?
Cat got your tongue? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over
C'est pas
on
ça que j'aurais
me.
dû dire.
If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look,
dû lui tenir
there's no
tête.
point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress.
J'aurais dû lui dire un truc.
Let's see how brave you are.
Décontenancé, un interlocuteur vous a mis en défaut. Le coût d'utilisation d'une compétence augmente.
I've watched you, and you're shaking. I'm betting you won't fire.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Mais en fait, si on avait échoué, il nous aurait tiré dessus, quoi. C'est ça que c'est ça que le jeu veut nous expliquer. J'ai vu d'ailleurs le badge tomber par terre, oui. Bah lui, s'attrapait quelque chose, c'est celui qu'elle a.
Elizabeth has lost her brooch.
Non mais je suis désolée par contre, hein, genre... Je sais que j'aurais dû... Pour accomplir ma mission, j'aurais dû laisser faire, mais je ne veux pas.
These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Attendez, il y a autre chose ou pas dans la salle? Gelée royale.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on his chest.
Oh, j'ai pas de clé. Faut que je trouve une clé.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Il a quand même pas mal de knowledge, hein, le monsieur là. Ah, ça j'avais déjà fait. Ah parce que c'est plein? Attends. Inventaire, pardon. Ah, bah let's go. Attends, oh zut. Comment on le consomme? Consommer avec un. Hein? Bah, comment on l'utilise? Il faut appuyer sur la touche 1. Oh, nice! Mais c'est OP par contre la gelée royale si c'est comme ça. Parce qu'on en trouve quand même relativement facilement. Hein. Bon. On va essayer de la rattraper en espérant qu'elle soit pas tombée.
Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she
C'est une
fled.
blague, elle a fermé derrière elle. Mais who are you? I tried to save you. Et tu fermes la porte derrière toi. Oh, j'aime pas.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for them.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Oh. Je crois qu'on a baissé dans son estime. Ah merde, oui, c'est vrai, c'était pour... Ok. C'est quoi cette porte? On a le droit d'y aller? Non. Hop. On y retourne, on y retourne. Ok. C'était par là, hein. Et attends, j'ai le droit d'aller voir... Non, on peut pas. Didou. Ça c'est chez Bonaparte. Oh.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Bon, au moins on a la confiance du...
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son.
On aura peut-être les faveurs de ce monsieur.
I'm relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news.
Oh, la balle perdue!
I have another problem.
Oui,
I wanted
dis-lui.
to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you?
J'ai bien fait de pas l'avoir
Why do you
ouverte.
ask? I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed.
Oh my
I was right
god.
to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please.
Let's go.
I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Hi. Bye, monsieur qui écoute aux portes et qui n'intervient pas alors qu'il sait qu'il y a une femme qui est en train de se faire molester, taper dessus. Chapeau, chapeau.
I'm
Allez, dors,
exhausted.
plus de vision, dors.
Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Mais c'est quoi ces tableaux? C'est tellement morbide. Je sens que tout le monde dans le palace va donner sa quête de... con? Oh non. J'aurais pu en découvrir plus sur les hommes de ma vision. Ils trafiquent tous des trucs, j'ai l'impression. Oui, clairement. Hein. Bah déjà, faire partie d'une organisation secrète comme ça, c'est déjà que t'as des choses à cacher de manière générale. Et je pense que chaque individu a ses différents ou alors a des trucs à cacher aux autres et... ça donne ça, quoi. Oh, étiquette du master? Ah oui, c'est à cause du bouquin. Ok. Et comme ça, on a des points un peu partout. Hop là. Je pense que chaque personnage a des histoires entre eux. Et des histoires personnelles aussi. Genre là, Washington, il a un truc. J'ai l'impression qu'il a peur qu'elle soit en vie. Genre il était en là de ouais.
In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows?
Ouais, j'ai fouillé.
She left me something behind.
En fait, ce que je voulais dire, c'est que quelqu'un normalement qui voit quelqu'un qui s'est fait enterrer, tu n'as pas ce genre de réaction où tu vas fouiller non plus chez quelqu'un, quoi. Genre moi, je me sentirais perplexe par rapport au truc parce que tu dis bah what, j'étais à son enterrement, enfin voilà, mais je pense que d'un autre côté t'aurais été contente. Mais là le fait qu'il fouille etc, c'est je me demande que le fait qu'elle soit en vie, est-ce que c'est parce qu'il a peur qu'elle révèle quelque chose à son sujet, vous voyez ce que je veux dire? Ah, on peut en équiper plusieurs? Trop bien! Allez, let's go. Je fais ça. Hop. C'est parti. J'ai encore la gelée qui...
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Une croix de Malte. Ok, attendez, je fais étape par étape, ne nous dispersons pas. Encore un autre tableau.
The incredulity of Saint Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented Saint Thomas putting his finger in the wound?
Writing material.
Vas-y, je check.
From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon.
Lemon.
That's odd.
Attendez, je vais utiliser la gelée. Comme ça, je peux en choper une. Je crois qu'il y en avait une... Je sais plus, là-bas, je crois. J'irai voir.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Inspiration of Saint Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel,
Bah,
dictated
il
to
est
him
là,
by
il est là.
voices.
Et là... Pourquoi il y a des réplicas? Là, c'est lui. Pourquoi tous les tableaux ont des miniatures? C'est bizarre. Pourquoi mon coussin il brille?
Nothing.
Ça règle la question. Tup, tup, tup. Ok, on retourne à la pièce principale. Je peux pas baisser. Ça c'était quoi?
Inferno by Dante.
Ah oui.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Ok.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's getting. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
On est d'accord, Lucigne, hein. Si t'as un comportement comme ça, genre tu serais soulagé de voir que la personne est encore en vie et tu vas directement lui parler. Mais là, le fait qu'il aille fouiller ses affaires, il y a un truc qui va pas, tu vois. C'est pas le genre de réaction que tu aurais envers une personne si tu y tenais ou si tu t'entendais bien avec elle. Et là, j'ai l'impression qu'il y a un truc à se reprocher.
If you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Ah.
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Ok. J'examine.
The paper's rougher around the writing.
The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible.
And the smell reminds me of something.
Le citron?
Come on, Louis, think. Think.
L'odeur du citron?
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book.
She must have used the writing material.
Ouais, voilà.
The quill has been used, but not with regular ink.
C'était le citron. Elle a écrit avec du citron.
Invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message.
Yes, c'est ça.
How do I reveal the message?
Citron. Je ne connais pas. Je ne connais pas ce genre de méthode. J'ai pas assez lu de bouquins. On va continuer à fouiller.
Look, markings on the floor.
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Okay. Moi aussi, je pensais. Et le cardinal qui parlait des signes de la bête, les tatous de la fille, et qu'il l'aide pas, elle doit pas avoir une place dans son cœur non plus. Envers le cardinal, ouais. Il y a quelque chose qui va pas avec. Moi j'ai pris la cendre. Attendez, je vais juste reprendre encore de la gelée royale. Juste pour se redonner de l'énergie. Ah, d'autres bouquins encore.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Ça roule. Très sympa la sculpture. Ça, je l'ai déjà vu, il me semble.
There's a circle around the lock here.
Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
C'est vrai. C'est quoi? De la gelée royale? Du citron?
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer to be given to her son.
Oh, à nous.
I should probably take it.
Bah oui, ça nous est dédié.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Ok. Attends, je suis pas encore sortie. Ok.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, c'est notre voisin. Et. Mais. Oh!
When I was a boy, I used to love making secret messages with lemon juice. Handy for writing them, but useless for making them appear.
Ok. Il y avait autre chose là-bas? J'ai trouvé quoi là? Oh, j'ai trouvé plein de pièces de collection! C'est ouf!
This room looks unoccupied.
Ah, il y a personne à côté de nous. Ok. Oh, j'avais pas vu. Attendez. Je vais juste reprendre encore de la gelée. Donc on a du citron. De la cendre utilisée pour révéler le message. Quoi? Ça, j'avais besoin de quoi? Ah oui, c'est vrai. Ça, c'était de l'autre bouquin. Et ça, c'était quoi? Attends. Il faut tremper la feuille dans une solution d'un quart d'eau, un quart vin blanc et du sucre et laisser sécher au soleil. Ok. Attendez. Faut pas qu'on foire, hein. Ok. Est-ce qu'on étale la... J'ai trop peur de faire une bêtise. On va pas utiliser le citron sur le citron, sinon ça va complètement effacer le message. Étaler la cendre. C'est pas comme si c'était un truc en relief, si. Brunir le papier avec le bougeoir. Est-ce que la partie mouillée, du coup, va moins... Si c'était mouillé, du coup, est-ce que ça va brûler moins vite que le reste et du coup, ça va se ressortir en blanc? On essaie? Oh, j'ai trop peur.
Aha! It's working.
Let's go!
Heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon.
La Gorgone.
Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology.
Il parle
On
du...
the other hand, where all eyes size you up,
C'est un
I
tableau.
don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere.
Ouais.
After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness.
What is my mother trying to tell me? Since you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but
You must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
comme par hasard.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Ah!
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Ok. Bon. Ah, est-ce que je pouvais pas ranger le bouquin? Je vais le laisser ouvert comme ça, là? Si quelqu'un rentre dans ma chambre. Oh, well. Je ne dis rien. Tu dis rien par rapport à quoi? Ah, tu veux dire la solution pour parmi les trois? Ouais, s'il vous plaît. Pas de backseat, pas de spoil. Si vous voyez quelqu'un spoiler, vous pouvez taper la commande .!BS ou backseat pour les rappeler à l'ordre. Oh.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Je crois que j'avais déjà fait le tour de ce côté-là.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Ah, oh. Ah, on aurait pu verrouiller si j'avais un niveau en plus. Bon, ça on peut pas. Oups. Attends, c'est-à-dire je peux déverrouiller celle du soldat? C'est trop rigolo. Ok, allons-y. J'étais tellement dans la réflexion avec toi que j'ai vraiment cru qu'on se parlait. Oh non, mais tu m'étonnes.
Excuse me, Mr.
C'est l'effet que ça fait. Oh,
I
bonjour.
really need to talk to you.
Pourquoi t'as un cocard?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holm.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me.
Sœur?
You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
What?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
J'allais dire.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary,
no.
you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Bah sa sœur, non?
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me.
Bah oui, sinon elle aurait pas gardé le médaillon comme ça sur elle.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Oh gosh. Pauvre femme, comme tu dis. Attendez, faut que je remette un peu. Est-ce qu'elle a une sœur? En fait, je me demande, est-ce que c'est sa sœur, petite sœur, grande sœur, ou est-ce que ce serait pas une sœur jumelle qui est décédée, et ce qui fait que George Washington croit que c'est... Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Vous voyez ce que je veux dire? Qu'il a cru que c'était elle alors que c'est pas... Mais pourtant il l'a appelée par son bon prénom. Je comprends pas. On verra ça plus tard. Je vais aller manger. Hop. Bah, je crois pas que elle soit cachée du coup. Je sais pas. Je ne sais pas. En fait je sais pas. On sait rien d'elle pour le moment donc peut-être. Ah, tu veux dire une sœur jumelle cachée et du coup celle qu'on aurait vue mourir, c'est l'autre. Mais il l'aurait appelée par le bon prénom. Ah non, bah non, les deux vivent avec le même prénom. Ok, j'ai compris ce que tu voulais dire. Peut-être, hein.
Johann Christoph von Wulner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Pérou, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no
Mais
one to meet
oui!
me?
C'est peut-être qu'il a disparu. Peut-être qu'il peut pas venir parce qu'il a disparu. Oh merde!
Thank you again for the
Non!
wine.
J'ai pas eu le temps!
It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French
il est
Revolution
marié,
gives
elle est
him
mariée.
terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, anyway. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Buckingham.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A sauterne, isn't it?
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same great
Il y a des papillons partout, vous avez vu?
I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved.
Ouais, hein.
Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Est-ce qu'elle a peut-être une fille là-bas?
Is everything
Oh,
Yes,
vulnérabilité.
thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
Please, go ahead. What do you want?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there.
Il aime pas Pérou. Il l'aime pas. Mais pourquoi il a les yeux injectés de sang comme ça, le type?
On this Napoleon?
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Il parle trop bien pour un Français. Oh waouh! Te fais pas pousser, bro. Te fais pas pousser de là, hein.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
J'ai choisi le pire timing pour partir, il y a la confrontation.
I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Il faut une contre-révolution?
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you.
Ça sert un peu les cours d'histoire quand même.
Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words.
J'ai cru que t'allais dire rétablir une monarchie. Non, 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 non. Tout sauf cette réponse. Je regardais les autres du coup, mais j'hésitais entre la contre-révolution et je sais plus c'est quoi les autres options, mais je crois que j'y avais même pas le droit de toute façon.
Like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose.
Si tu le dis.
But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new
Santé.
and old friends.
Bravo.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Mais
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow.
j'ai pas le temps de
All the
cliquer
guests
à
will be
l'aide.
present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then,
Je suis trop
I
lente,
trust
hein.
you'll find plenty to keep you amused.
Il y avait un truc avec les papillons et il y avait un truc avec je sais plus, Bonaparte je crois. Non mais je vais avoir tellement de ratés, au secours. Au secours. J'aurais pu... I didn't know that. J'aurais pu fouiller la chambre d'Elisabeth. Ah, en... Je ne savais pas. Écoutez les amis, je vais juste aller rapidement faire un tour aux toilettes. J'arrive tout de suite. Ok, je suis de retour. Ben finalement pas tant de ratés que ça, je pense que c'est juste des opportunités, du coup ça... Waouh. Oh waouh. Oh, tout ce que j'ai. Oh. Oups. Qu'est-ce que je voulais dire? Ça c'était niveau 1, ok. Donc en fait à chaque fois il faut que je remplisse un truc pour le passer niveau 1. Du coup, c'est pas une bonne idée ce que j'ai fait de remplir un trait par trait parce que aucun n'est acquis pour le moment. J'ai grave envie de mettre des points dans la politique. Oups. Pour l'avoir au moins niveau 1. Étiquette, c'est bon. Conviction, c'est déjà niveau 1. Subterfuge, en vrai, ça pourrait grave servir. Niveau 1. Voilà, ça me paraît pas mal. Tac. Et j'augmenterai le reste tout à l'heure.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Je peux encore en équiper un? J'aurais dû équiper le truc de l'art s'il fallait qu'on se retrouve face à un tableau. Écoutez, tant pis, on va faire avec. Psychologie, politique et sciences. Go pour les sciences, vous savez quoi. S'ils auraient laissé quelque chose. Je regarde, je fouille. Ah, bonjour.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
Benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Of your mother?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man.
Oh, alors ils l'ont tous
You are
buté.
beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
Okay.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery.
Okay.
You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Regardez, il y a un papillon qui s'approche super proche du cheveu. Vous croyez que si je vais loin, je tombe? Oh,
Pound.
un livre. Ouh, de l'argent.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
J'ai pas de clé. Oh. On essaie? Oh. C'est quoi?
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ah, c'est de la gelée royale.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ah, attendez, chandelier.
Circe.
Ah non, c'est Circe. Ok, c'est le tableau. Ok. L'eau.
Amber crystals.
Bah tiens, vu que j'ai libéré de la page, je peux récupérer juste la jolie royale ici.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ah. Nice. Attendez, il y avait un truc qui brillait ici. Oh. Je sais pas si c'était un reflet. Ah. Nice. Une autre pièce. Oh, waouh. Ok, c'est pas du tout la galerie, mais oh my god. Oh. Mais c'est le paradis sur Terre, ça. Il y a combien d'étages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Peut-être un 8e. Oh, waouh.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Oh, encore? Non, je vais en prendre.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Wow.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Non mais... Elle est gigantesque. Et tout ça pourquoi? Pour 10 pélos? Ben, je suis pas sûre que tout le monde va lire du coup, et je suis pas sûre que tout le monde arrive à comprendre la plupart des bouquins. Vu l'époque, à mon avis, il doit y avoir beaucoup de langues, et surtout du latin. Mais Ah.
Where all eyes size you up.
On y est.
Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
Une méduse.
And she also spoke of a medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
La méduse. Oh, la musique elle est trop bien.
Painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising.
Ah, on peut pas sortir.
It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly.
Oh, il écrit quoi?
Christ crucified by
Réservé à Gaudi.
Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia.
Ok.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's...
Ambre. Ouais.
Amber crystals.
Non mais... Mais... Oh là là. Tous les cours d'histoire de l'art maintenant. Non mais... C'est impressionnant. Ok. C'est fermé ici.
Amber crystals.
Encore? Je fais que trouver ça? Oh, c'est trop beau. Pièces de collection. Beaucoup trop cool.
Golden elixir.
Oh, eau de mélisse. Ah, mais je la connais, celle-là. Ok, ça, tout ça, j'ai vu du coup. Ici, on n'y est pas encore allé. Tiens, bonjour. Oh là! Il y a eu un tableau avec des tétons. Oh, je vais me faire strike par Twitch. Attendez, en haut. On essaie?
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Oh mais c'est de la merde. Non, il y a des nus partout, je vais me faire strike. Scène de ménage. Elle est passée sur M6. Vas-y, je le laisse. Oh, elle est là. Elle est la médusa. Elle a une tête bizarre, hein.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword?
Oh non. On voit des pénis partout.
And the
Je vais me faire bannir.
a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
J'ai pas compris. Quelqu'un s'y connaît un peu en mythologie grecque? Qu'est-ce qui s'était passé pour qu'ils se battent contre la méduse? Oh, les deux, ça coûte si cher. Bon, au pire, j'ai de la gelée à donf, non?
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning this shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Attends, laisse-moi réfléchir. J'ai pas lu non plus, j'ai déjà oublié. Attends, laisse-moi réfléchir. Du coup, lui c'est qui? Lui c'est la lanterne pour la lumière et... Et lui il fait quoi? Ah 90 degrés. Attends, si... Attends, la Médusa elle est là-bas. Vers l'épée. Ça fait que là, la lanterne... Lui, il l'envoie vers l'écu. Et... Lui, du coup, maintenant... C'était pas ça? Attends.
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother.
Du coup, lui, il le fait tourner vers... Oh, j'ai les frissons carrément. Il a expliqué le délire, ouais. J'ai des frissons, les gars.
Wow.
Incroyable. Incroyable. Vraiment, best énigme ever.
Wow! For Pete's sake, Emily. You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
Oh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Intoxiqué. Botte en touche avec l'humour.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
You're spying on Mortimer, right?
Everyone is spying on Mortimer.
Shall I take that for a yes?
Take it as you please, but I wouldn't be surprised if all the guests were around here somewhere searching the manor. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Ouais. Franchement, cette énigme, incroyable. Super. Et par contre, vous remarquerez qu'il y a encore des bouquins ici, hein.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value. This kind of hide is still used by gold diggers in Eastern Europe. Now you see how easy it is to obtain a legend.
Why do you have to act so nonchalant every time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the golden fleece.
C'est vrai.
We're at Lord Mortimer's, not at some farmyard fair. You're just too skeptical.
Mais pourquoi tu l'agresses là?
Tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know opposites attract, don't you?
T'essaies de la draguer?
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
Ah, ok.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind.
Ok.
Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. He talks about his passion for art.
What the hell is this? Ok.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Je vais rien dire, j'ai rien d'intéressant et pertinent à dire.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself. You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Monte un peu plus vers le manche, j'ai aucune idée de ce que c'est. Oh, j'ai pas eu le temps.
Amber crystals.
Ça me fatigue. Je suis trop lente.
A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job.
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Ok, on va faire ça.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen,
je comprends.
It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Mortimer's letter, my mother's message in the book, the golden order. What more do you need as proof of my goodwill?
I freely admit that my wary side does get the better of me sometimes.
Wary? Yeah, like a wild animal.
Don't exaggerate.
But that's what I like about you.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily. I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Non, c'est faux. Quoi? Oh, j'ai pas.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course. But what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Elle aime diriger les enquêtes ou elle aime travailler seule? Oh, je sais pas. Est-ce que c'est parce qu'elle aime le contrôle? Ou c'est parce qu'elle préfère travailler seule?
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place.
Merde, c'est qu'elle aime travailler seule.
In my bed.
Zut!
I already have a work partner.
Ah!
I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Ah, la jungle.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far.
You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who
Qui
my
c'est son
partner
partenaire?
You're a gambler. So,
Ah,
your partner is...
attends. Je sais pas. C'est pas... Sa mère, sa sœur, ma mère. Mais j'en sais rien, moi. Est-ce que ce serait Washington?
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally,
Merde,
noticed how efficiently our Order communicates internationally.
C'est sa sœur.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a
C'était
sister?
ça?
Virtually no one even knows.
C'était du pif
When
là,
it
les
comes to
amis,
getting
hein.
results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up.
Merci pour les GG.
So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
Elle a disparu?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange.
Ouais, j'avoue.
Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Je
Don't
dirai
worry.
rien.
Your secret is safe with me.
Promis.
It's time to leave.
Ok, ok. Ouh.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Est-ce que ça va être elle, notre love interest? Oh, hello.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Oh, tous les tatouages.
Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Qu'est-ce qu'elle va faire dans ma chambre? Elle va fouiller.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk
Je
now.
ne sais quoi,
Otherwise,
Brittines.
it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Le jeu qui nous pousse à croire des trucs sur l'autre fille alors que ça concerne un autre perso, j'adore. Ah, je sais pas. Elle a l'air trop bizarre. Si ça se trouve, elle veut se venger de nous à cause de sa mère. Est-ce que je rejoins Emily? Ça a l'air plus sympa.
Sorry,
Allez,
Emily,
je suis
but
courageuse.
I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
J'aime pas ça. Pourquoi je l'ai suivi? Je voulais aller chez Emily.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent?
Mes humanités dans le personnage. Ok. Nanana. J'ai juste utilisé 2 pour voir.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Hop là. What the fuck? Mais pourquoi je l'ai suivi?
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Tu me parles différemment déjà. Tu baisses ton ton. Déjà, tu nous as saoulés. Je voulais parler à Emily. Tu te calmes.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Elle a halluciné.
Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen.
C'est pas parce qu'elle est convaincue que ça veut dire que c'est la vérité.
No, she was far away. I didn't make
Les gens qui voient des fantômes, des fois ils sont convaincus qu'ils ont vu des fantômes alors que c'est pas forcément la vérité.
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her.
Mais calme-toi là.
Yes.
Prochaine fois, je vais avec Emily, hein. Oh là là.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis.
Et si elle met un truc dedans?
Of the utmost importance.
Ouais, mais s'il y a un poison dedans. Non merci.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here.
Allez, bye.
You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Trop bizarre. Like she has anger issues. Wow. Elle est super agressive et tout. Comment tu peux être en confiance avec ce genre de personne? Wow. Attends, je vais juste regarder c'est quoi le trait de caractère.
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Ouais, j'avoue pourquoi. Est-ce que je vais devoir avoir des visions? Le diable est dans la place, littéralement. Je crois qu'il s'est invité chez Elisabeth.
Oh well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
Ah ouais. Il fait des cauchemars. Et en plus, il dort sans coussin. Non mais allô? Non mais attends, il y a quelqu'un qui est rentré dans sa chambre? Dans son chez lui?
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young man.
J'ai rien fait! What the hell? J'ai rien fait! Si j'étais allée avec Emily, j'aurais eu un alibi. Oh, goodness me. Ça me donne mal au crâne, tout ça. Ok, maintenant j'ai un truc en sciences. J'ai déjà ça en niveau 2. Oh waouh, on peut avoir plusieurs niveaux et tout. Interrogatoire. Analyser efficacement le comportement et l'apparence de vos interlocuteurs. Vigilance. Ça c'est déjà niveau 1. Ça je l'ai encore niveau 0. Ça je vais l'augmenter pour sûr. Et en vrai... Pourquoi pas... ça. Validé. Quelqu'un t'a vu rentrer ou sortir de la chambre? Oh, fin du premier chapitre. Personne ne m'a vu rentrer ou sortir de la chambre, justement. C'est-à-dire que quelqu'un m'a espionné. Il y avait que Emily qui était là et qui a su, du coup, que j'étais allée avec Elisabeth, mais je pense pas qu'elle aurait d'intérêt à me poucave, non? J'aurais dû y aller avec Emily, bordel. Oh, pourquoi je m'écoute pas? Mais j'étais curieuse en fait parce qu'elle avait l'air tout affolée. Sûrement le cardinal il a pas l'air d'aimer ce sport. Probablement. Je skip. Ok. Oh damn. Bon bah les amis. On va quitter le jeu.